baby. I'm so lucky now. Besides, yali pasa big.
Chove, 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 get it, chove, 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 get it, chove. Come with us. If you don't want it, then why are you happy? If you don't know you are a
Oh Penny, kuli baby. Oh baby single empty. Nangu pangono peka. Inendine bo Penny wendiwe inkianga. Omusi tingalempe wedi chikondi love. Papuleni pepa.
oh baby, wineno kanilile twala.
The truth is bitter, where we make facts funny. Right here, we talk about everything you need to know. Out with the old and in with the new. This is Fun Facts, only on Sunshine TV. When they say the truth is bitter, well, we make facts funny. Right here, we talk about everything you need to know. Out with the old and in with the new. This is Fun Facts, only on Sunshine TV.
Hello and welcome to it. Welcome to yet another exciting edition of Fun Facts. This is Sunshine TV, and of course, it's a lovely good morning to you who are always locked on to Sunshine TV and making sure that you're always with us. This is Fun Facts, and of course, my name is Clarence, and I'm going to be with you throughout this exciting episode, and we're going to learn together and of course discover a lot of things together. You can be part of the conversations even as we are starting. You can be part of the conversations through to our YouTube channel. You can go to our YouTube channel, that is Sunshine TV, and of course on Facebook it's Sunshine Studios. Let's get interactive and let's get to know where you're watching us from, and of course let's get to know your views and of course your thoughts prior to the topic at hand. Today is yet another exciting one because we are yet to discover something and of course learn together. Hope you're excited. I'm excited, and of course I am thrilled to just get into it and just get diving straight into it. Good morning to you, and of course good morning to you and you and you. If there's somebody who's still in bed, please wake them up and tell them, hey, Fun Facts is on, and of course let them be locked on. And of course those that are in their offices, those that are actually walking to their offices, those that are in school, and of course anywhere you might be watching this live broadcast from, we are saying thank you very much because you are always there to support us, and of course we love you like that. We keep doing it right, and we do it right always. That's what we do right here. Yeah, so a lot of amazing things have occurred, and of course a lot of bad things also still occur, but life goes on. And it's funny how people just want the good things to always happen. I don't know why we are wired like that. We want always to have good things. We want always to have a good life. We always want, in fact, not a good life, a perfect life. We always want perfect things to happen. Want things to happen perfectly. You want a perfect marriage. You want a perfect relationship. You want everything around you. You just want it to be perfect. But then the question is, in as much as you're looking for perfect things, are you a perfect person? If you're looking for good things, are you a good person? If you're looking for better things, are you a better person? So the problem is, most of the times we want to focus on what the outside world is bringing to us, as in opposed to what we are bringing to the table. A lot of people have missed nice opportunities because they thought this person is not perfect. A lot of people have missed opportunities because they thought this is not a perfect opportunity. Well, guess what? There is nothing like a perfect person. There's nothing like a perfect opportunity. They're just what they are, and you get them, and then you make them to be perfect. You make them to be what you want them to be. There is nothing like that. There's nothing that is straight up. There's nothing that is smooth. Even a journey is not. So the fun fact for today is we have a lot of imperfect people looking for perfect things. We have a lot of imperfect people looking for perfect things. Now, things can be in any dimension, in any sector. Everybody, most especially youths, like youths from nowadays, we want a perfect. We have a plan of a perfect life, a perfect tomorrow. We have all planned perfect kids. That everything is just to the point. No, I want to have 2 kids that will look like this, that will look like Chris Brown. No, it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. If you ask them a specification of a career or a job they want to have, I want to have a job that I'll be going at the office at 8 and just be there, and then I knock off at 16 with nothing. Everything is detailed, but are you perfect for that position? What I'm saying by perfect is, do you have what it takes to be there? A lot of people want to be married perfectly, especially women. If you ask them, I want to have a man who's working, a man who do everything for me. I want to just be sitting around. Oh, okay. It's a good thing. Trust me, it's a good thing. But do you have what it takes to be there? See, perfect people, good people, or rather people that are already made, somebody made them. So you cannot just come from without and just start finding people that are already made, or maybe finding life that is already perfect for you. You have to go through the process. And the problem is, we do not like the process. Everybody who talks about the process, we don't want it. But somebody who talks about, nah, I'm here and I'm doing this, that's what we want. That's what we are looking for. We are looking for somebody who's buying the new Rolls Royce, so that they tell us, I bought a new Rolls Royce. Did they tell you how they got that? No, we don't want that process. But we want good life. We want to live lavish. We want expensive things. You're thinking you're not even working. You're not even doing anything. You're not even doing any business. But then you want to have a latest iPhone, and then of course you want to have bundles throughout the week. Where are you finding those? You want to live a lifestyle of somebody who is earning their own income by working or maybe by business. You're not doing anything. A lot of imperfect people are looking for perfect things. It cuts across anything. It cuts across anything. Goes to relationship with friends or maybe with spouses. You want somebody who's already made, somebody who's already it doesn't work. It does not work. I've seen a lot of people, especially on social media, complaining about, no, these men. It's either somebody's complaining about men or a man is complaining about a woman. Either way, somebody is complaining about another person. But then the thing is this: are you that person for what you want? Because they say the best change can happen if only you take that step. You are the change that you want to see. So you are not going to look for perfect things if you yourself are not perfect. I've seen people that want to be loved when they don't even know what to love themselves means. I've seen people that want to have conversations with another person, but then they can't have conversations with themselves. I want you to be giving me... How do I give you attention when yourself you can't give yourself attention? How do you expect to find love when yourself you don't love yourself? How do you expect to find somebody who trusts and who's truly dedicated to you when you're not dedicated to that person? It just doesn't work like that. If your belief system is that things come and go, of course things will come and go. If you believe that things will come and stay, things will come and stay. It's all about your belief system. But then what I'm talking about today is the thrive for wanting perfect things when you're not there. You're wanting to live a life that is beyond you. It's going to stress you. A lot of us young people especially are going through a lot of mental issues. Why? Because we've thrived for a life that is not ours. We want a perfect life when we are far away from the truth. It cuts across everything around us, everything. You're comparing yourself. Comparison is a good thing. Let me not lie to you. I've heard people say, no, comparison comparing yourself is steals your joy or something like that. But it's in 2 dimensions. That's a topic for another day. But what I'm saying is this: we have a lot of people that want to live, or rather to leverage their lifestyle in the position they are not. And this is very dangerous if you ask me. A lot of people are pushed to doing certain things because they just want to be there. This is a problem. This is a problem. Young girls are going out with sugar daddies. Why? Because sugar daddies look to be perfect. Do you know how imperfect they are? If you can go and ask their wives, they will tell you. It's just that their wives just harbor their imperfectness, and of course they present them as perfect people. And then you want to go there. You're thinking, oh no, sugar daddies are okay. I'm not condoning. I'm not condoning everyone. I'm not even condemning anyone. Okay, I'm not condemning anyone. I'm just saying this is just fun facts. It's just that fun facts. You have your opinions, and of course you can still share with them. You can still share with us. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of us there's a lot of imperfectness around us, but then we want perfect things. It's like you're saying the house is not, the outside surrounding is not swept, and then you sweep inside, and then you expect the inside to always be clean. No, people that are coming from outside are going to step on that dirt that is outside, and of course they're going to bring it in the house. It doesn't just work like that. Perfect people don't exist. So don't pretend to be one. Then don't pretend to look for one. You just find what you find, work with it. There are job specifications that are not even up to what you're thinking. I've heard people saying, when I finish school, I want to be working ABC, and you're thinking, dude, that job doesn't exist. 2 days they are praying for it, the other day they get it, the next day they're actually saying, I don't like my job anymore. Why? Because when you are praying for it, you are thinking it's perfect. But then they gave you a job description, and then you're thinking, this is not what I was thinking. Now you're stressed. And a lot of us are stuck. A lot of us are stuck in thinking, what's really wrong with me? What's really wrong with this person? Why is it that I can't find happiness in this thing? I was thinking once I get this thing, I'll be happy. I was thinking once I get this position, I'll be happy. I was thinking once I get here, I'll be happy, but I'm not. Why? It's because we were always looking for perfect things. And sadly, sometimes perfect things don't exist. And so you are going to move from one job interview to a next, because you're looking for that perfect job that does not exist. Why can't you just sit there and of course be there, and then maybe learn something from there and maybe develop from there? But no, that's not the case. We want perfect things. We want things that are already vanished. We want things that are already polished. We want things that are already made. Things like that don't exist. You'll appreciate the journey that you start by taking a step. You don't appreciate the journey that you start by running. Of course, you might reach earlier, but then the one you start by taking a step, you will appreciate it because you would have known what it means. But that's not where a lot of us are. A lot of us are at that point where we just want fast stuff. And the world is fast. Yes, I'm not disputing the fact the world is very fast. But in as much as it is fast, there is a process to that fastness. And you better take that process. If you want to appreciate every single little thing that you have, you better appreciate those processes. Story is told about a lady who says, I want to get married. So this lady prepares herself. Of course, she says, no, I'm ready for marriage. So as she goes out, she prays, and she prays, she gives a prayer like every other woman says, I want a man. And so she goes out doing her things. She looks beautiful, and she goes out. So a first man met her and says, hey, you're beautiful. I would love to know you more. The guy was walking, and then she says, you're not my type. You're not the kind of man I'm praying for, because the man was walking. So the man passes her by, and she continues walking. Another certain man meets her halfway. The man was riding a bicycle, and then the man says, hey, young lady, how are you? Says, I am fine, but you're not my type, thank you. So she passes, she goes her way. The third man meets her in a car, and then she stops. As she sees this car coming towards her, then she stops. And then the man also stops and says, "Hey, young lady, how are you?" The girl says, "I am fine. How are you?" Says, "I'm good." Then the man says, "I like you." The young girl says, "Yeah, yeah, I also like you. You are the man I've been praying for." And so they get the girl, and then they go in the car, and of course they get to know each other like that. Now, fast forward to the story. The time the girl wants to get married to the very man, she discovers the man is married and the man has kids. She's brought back to square one and she's crying. What is it that I've not done? What is it that I keep doing wrong? Why is it that I get to find people that don't appreciate me? Why is it that I get to find the wrong people when I am doing everything possible to be the right person? And so she went back to she went to church, and of course she asked the pastors and says, "Why is it that my life is like this? Who is behind my calamity?" Then they told her one thing. They told her, "Young girl, the problem is you're already looking for things that are made. The problem is that you're looking for things that are perfect. The problem is that you're looking for stories that have already been written. You don't want to write your own story." And from that conversation, that young lady changed the perspective of how she sees life, and of course started appreciating wanting to start the process and of course endure the process. The problem is we want things that are made. The problem is we want things that are furnished. The problem is we want to reach there, I don't know, by either magic or what. You just want to wake up and be the best student. You just want to wake up and be the best person ever there. You want to be the best in that class. You want to be the best at that job. You want to be the best at executing whatever it is that you're executing. It doesn't just happen like that. This is not magic, abracadabra, and then boom, it doesn't. It takes tireless effort. It takes time to build. It takes time. It needs tenacity. It needs you to be there. If you need a perfect life, trust me, it takes time. It takes time to wand off any everything. It takes time to brush it off. It takes time to polish it up. I once went to where they make curios, like those wooden things, yeah. And the process is very tiring. They cut a tree first, and then they start chiseling it. They start maintain until it's in shape. Even when it's done in shape, they still have to like they have to like brush it off with sandpaper, and of course just smoothening it. It's a process. Just like any other mineral, even when they're getting these diamond rings and diamond chains that we're seeing around, they're already made, they're perfect, they're polished, but then the process that it takes is something else, and a lot of us don't want that process. And of course it's sad that social media has also played a part in showing us the perfect life, and then it's not showing us the processes of that perfect life. It's quick to show us who's living what and who is living where. It's not quick to show us how they got there. And I don't know, maybe it's just also us. Maybe we're just never interested in wanting to know how they got there, but we just want their things. We just want those things to happen. We just want those things to happen. It doesn't happen like that. If you want to be in a perfect environment, you make that environment be perfect. If you want a perfect job, please make one that is perfect, or rather you have the very one you're having, but just make it perfect. Otherwise, perfect things just don't exist. You're going to move from one person to the next. You're going to move from one job to the next. You're going to search for your purpose in your career. You're not going to find it. Why? Because you're looking for things that are just too polished. Don't get me wrong. A good life is very good. Everyone wants a good life, but then there's a difference when you want a good life and when you want a perfect life. Those are two different things. A good life comes when you are actually part of the work. When you're part of the process, it's a good life. A perfect one is just a dream that you just want, boom, achieved. Just the same as goals or aspirations. They just don't happen. They don't happen because you make them just, oh, okay, I want to buy a car, and then boom, the car will happen. No. There's a process. And that process is what we don't want. I can tell you for a fact, a lot of us don't want that process. We don't want those tireless nights, those sleepless nights. We don't want them. But we want to be there. This is a problem. So today, learn that there are no perfect people. I think that the thing that I've learned over the years is that we can see past any imperfections for as long as we want that. We want to get the thing. You are able to endure for as long as you want that thing. You are able to endure. I've heard people say, no, it's just too much. I can't start saving a coin every day for me to reach 100 kwacha. I can just go to somebody else and they can do what they want, then they give me the money. Are you sure? Process is very important. Processes are very, very important. Let me take a short break, and of course let me just go on a commercial, and once we're back we get talking more on imperfect people wanting perfect things. Be right back.
Situated in the central business district of Livingstone is Honey Fruit Paradise. We are at Livingstone City Market, the ground floor, next to the banking mall. Our products in stock include natural honey, activated honey combo, activated alkaline honey combo, and assorted herbal spices. Our products have many health benefits, which include immune system boosting, balancing of cholesterol levels, balancing of sugar levels, improving of food digestion, and improving of libido in both men and women. For more information on what we have in stock, you can simply call on us on 0977 545 681. Honey Fruit Paradise, the healing power of foods.
You are still watching Fun Facts, only on Sunshine TV.
Alrighty, welcome back. You're still watching Fun Facts. And of course, we are talking about a lot of imperfect people wanting perfect things. It's a rush conversation, I tell you. It's a rush conversation. A lot of people have mixed feelings about it, but this is the truth. There is no problem in wanting a good life. I would keep re-emphasizing this one. Everybody dreams of a good life. But then the good part with dreaming of a good life is that you want to work for it. You want to work for that good life. The opposite is true. Perfect life, you don't want to work for it. You just want it to happen. But then those things just don't happen abruptly. That's the problem. Okay? We want people that want to be loved perfectly. Want people that want one man to be so dedicated to them, but then they cannot even dedicate themselves to one man. See the problem there, right? One man who wants one girl to be so dedicated to him, but he's not even dedicated to one girl. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? It's like you have your own house, but you're still looking at the neighbor's house. What are you looking for? If the neighbor's house is good, please make your own also to be good. That's how it is. But we would rather be looking outside and saying, oh, this is good, this is perfect. No. In Bemba, there's a proverb that says, "Atinga ndayabe ni waikumbo mtenge," but then you don't know what happens inside. That's just very true. And a lot of our lives, a lot of the lives that we're actually admiring out there are like that. We always see the roof painted green. We always see the roof painted blue or maybe color, and you're thinking, wow, that's a nice house. You don't know what happens in that house, yo. They don't even sleep. We always are excited to see the flashy lives. You see you don't know what happens. You don't know what happens. And the problem is this. Because we are desperately looking for perfect things, we don't care what it takes for us to get there. And of course, that's not a process. It's quick. And you know how quick things come about. So you don't care what you do, or rather it goes beyond what you believe in or your morals. You don't care. What you care about is that they see that you are living a good life. In fact, you are living a perfect life. Every day you're in different places, taking different pictures. It's a good thing. But a lot of us, a lot of people around are looking for perfect lives that are just not there. And so you pretend you would want to be there. A lot of people are stressed, super stressed, because they are looking for perfect things that don't exist. Perfect men. My man should be 6 foot tall, should be dark and handsome, should have 6-pack. Okay, it's a good thing, my sister. But maybe the one who's chubby next door is actually the supposed man, and you can make him to be what you want him to be. But no, you're obsessed with the tall, dark-looking, handsome. And then you find also the other person is also looking for that person. And then you find you are five of you there. And then you start saying, no, men are cheat. Same with men. Looking for a lady that is, slender, who walks like a model. People, let's stop it. Just stop. Okay. I keep saying this. Marriages of odd work and worked and still will work. Why? Because those people found themselves built together, stuck together, and now they were able to stand together. That is why it works. But then if you are not willing to grow with somebody, to walk with somebody, and stand with somebody, then you're not ready for a perfect life. You're not ready for a perfect relationship. You're not ready for a perfect job. You're not ready for anything perfect. Not ready for a perfect career. If you're not willing to spend those tireless times studying, researching, sleepless nights, going through bulky notes, then you're not ready to wear that gown and graduate on that day. Simple as that. If you're not ready to actually put in your muscles in that work to make sure that things are done, to make sure that things are in place, then you're not ready to be working. Even that perfect job in your head does not exist. If you're not ready to be as understanding, and of course to be very patient, to know that this is a human being I'm dealing with, then you're not ready to settle. You're just ready in your head. But then when it comes to the reality, it's different. It needs people that are dedicated. It needs people that are patient. It needs people that can actually people that are actually willing to put in a lot of work, to put in a lot of sacrifices, to put up with a lot of things for them to get there. It's not perfect. Nothing. Perfect things are really, really hard unless you start yourself to make it. Okay? The person you're going to meet, you're going to find faults in them. And if you're going to move from this person to the next one and to the next one, you are all going to find faults in all the people. all the jobs that you're going to work for, you work in a booth, you think the booth is better, you move from a booth, you go to a bank, you think the bank is better, you still move from a bank. Everywhere there's going to be a problem. Why? Because you have not sat yourself down to ask yourself, what is my problem? You always want to find external problems. Relationships, same thing. You're going to move from one person to the next and the next and the next and the next. You're going to ask yourself, what is the problem with the people I'm finding? Maybe the problem is not with the people you're finding. The problem is with you. It's really high time we started working on ourselves. We started working on what exactly it is that we actually want to achieve at the end of the day. And once you set that tireless goal, please make sure that you're willing to put in the tireless work. But then if you are not, then you're not ready for it. When expecting mother knows she's expecting, they start preparation. Why? Because they know they are going to expect. They're expecting a child. They're expecting a child. The family starts preparing. They'll start buying things. That is how it is. It just don't happen. You just don't go. You just don't get there. You just don't wake up and everything is okay. It doesn't work. You don't wake up and then you wake up you're in London. Even when you're supposed to travel, you travel either by bus or by plane. There is that to get there. A lot of us are not interested, and that's a problem. So today, please, I'm saying this and I'm saying it again. Wanting a good life is okay, for as long as you're willing to work for it. Perfect life, on the other end, does not exist here. It exists somewhere when you put in and when you are ready to work for it. Otherwise, don't just wake up and think everything is just going to fall in place. It doesn't work. Even breathing, the same air you're breathing, if you don't take efforts to inhale and exhale, you're going to die out. People don't want the processes. They don't want the processes. Thinking business is just going to start today. You're starting a business, tomorrow you are all over. It doesn't work like that. Yes, it's a perfect business. It's a perfect business plan, and a lot of people have missed perfect opportunities because they just look like, oh no, they're too scruffy. You can't even recognize a good opportunity when you see one. Why? Because you're too obsessed with what is there. Start somewhere. Get that gold. Dig that gold. Once you dig it, start refining it until it's gold and until people see it. But no, we don't want that. We just want the gold. We just want the gold. The process, we're not interested. This is where we are. So today, let's make goals. Of course, let's dream big. Of course, let's have ambitions. Of course, let's have those goals in careers. Let's have those career goals. Let's have those business goals. But let's also be willing to take each and every step and never to give up on those ones and take the steps, no matter how hard they are, until we reach there. Otherwise, you are always going to be an imperfect person looking for perfect things, and you're not going to find them. This has been Fun Facts, and of course, been chilling with me, Clarence, and I've had myself a good time. Hope you have as well. Let's keep the conversations going through to you can go to our YouTube channel, that is Sunshine TV, and Facebook Sunshine Studios, and we'll still get to talking more on imperfect people looking for perfect things. So if you are that imperfect person looking for perfect things, please get to know that perfect things come, but then they come at a cost, a heavy cost. If you're willing to pay the cost, or if you're willing to bear the cost, then you are that person who is willing to actually live that perfect life, live that perfect relationship, live in that perfect job. Otherwise, the opposite is also true. If you are not willing to condone, if you're not willing to take through the process, then you're not ready for anything. Those are just going to be goals, and those are just going to be aspirations. Those are just going to be dreams, and they're not going to come to reality. Until we meet next time, this has been Fun Facts, And of course, you've been watching Sunshine TV. Thank you very much to my director, Mr. Gani, for making these productions, and of course other productions a success because of you. We appreciate you, sir, and we appreciate you like that too. You, our viewers, who are always watching and always making sure that you're glued to your phones, and of course just glued to every gadget that we are at. We're saying thank you very much, and of course because of you we get to do this. Until we meet next time, this has been Fun Facts, and I've been Clarence, your host. Till we meet next time, God bless and goodbye.
When they say the truth is bitter, well, we make facts funny. Right here, we talk about everything you need to know. Out with the old and in with the new. This is Fun Facts, only on Sunshine TV.